Traditional values, culture, identity of community must be preserved to overcome external forces, says former UNLF chairman R.K. McCann. Decline of identity and character will subsequently affect society, says former Chief Secretary O. Nabakishore. Hello everyone, you're watching Istv English News at 2. Former chairman of UNLF Ningthemcha Sanayama, alias R.K. McCann, maintained that the traditional values, culture and identity of the community, which have been passed down from generations, must be preserved to overcome any attempt to hurt the community. R.K. McCann made the statement while attending the 47th Foundation Day of Kwasifa Youth Voluntary Organization, KYVO, held under the theme Manipur, Present Conflict and the Common People at Kwasifa Mamang Ibudong Nong Dalairen Pakhangba Community Hall. R.K. McCann further stated that role of mothers and elders are crucial in order to make the society strong and prosper.
Ngasi oiba lepak phibam national identity si mami samjalai sonthare madun maram oiraga akhoi lungi pangal si kamaina hitchar ko phemdare aduga madu chitheng aduna akhoi national character khuruk ki oiba lichet mating masida sundar poli yamthar poli wapum si sana civilization amagi concept for cultural sector mayamama asle koi yokat ba mahang kana thamba amadi akoi khunai si hona longset mamal jamla khunai si tasin khom na thamapa ngasi koi na thengari ba akoi da singrei ba romba sapu singase ngasi ma welcome da akoi proof ki character national character amadi national identity proof ki sakam se masi yang raw ma pa kan da ba Security will welcome the house and the
Former Chief Secretary Oinam Nabakishore told that a society will start perishing without the protection of its national identity and character, and it is unfortunate that the present government does not seem to care about the same. He continued that the people have lost their trust on the government, which is under President's rule after the NBRN-led government got dissolved. He then urged the people to elect their representatives wisely and choose a capable and brave leader.
Lebang ngapuse ayo badaraga de khoi Manipur de hoje irang se ngasi chahi ani makhai yong musi yorong oi Manipur de lengak se constitution na piri ba niyong gi matong na lebang ngap ngamdre aduna makhoji president rulna center na lebang ngapuse paisin na ni ara mai paisin ni matang to da leramba February 2025 da leramba BJP की सरकार लेबाग नापा हैद्रे नोई तो एदर प्रेसिडेंट रुल थांगनि मसिदो करिसिंग रो लेगे मसि इदर लेरबने हरिबा आइना हाइबा वाना ते हरिबा लेबाग नापा ngमगदवामी लेबाग नापा ngमगदवा लेबाग की दमकता मथौना लेबामी एकोइ थागसि हाइना ए माइदोर अपील तौजनिगे लेबाग को इंग तपना चौखट को बसमे तारगदि आइखोइ के लीडरसिंग अफबा लीडर हाई सिंपल लीडर लेबाग नापा हिबा लीडर लेयेबसे दरकार होयसे मेम
Meritorious students, medical students and medal-winning athletes of Kwasifa were honored with cash incentive, certificates and memento during the program. Manipur Hawker Association observed its 44th Hawkers Day celebration at Manipur Press Club. President of Manipur People's Party S. Brojen, President of Manipur Hawker Association Waikom Ajit, President of Editors Guild Manipur Kogendra Khomdram and President of Amju Asim Bhakta graced the occasion as the main guests. The attendees paid floral tributes to the portraits of the deceased hawkers. Retired hawkers represented with pension by the association. President of Manipur Hawker Association Waikhom Ajit told media persons that media houses play a vital role in delivering news to the masses effectively. However, it is unfortunate that the different departments operating under the state government have failed to take up welfare measures for the people. He lamented while highlighting the bad road condition experienced in most parts of the state, lack of fresh water and poor healthcare facilities. He expressed the need of the department to work efficiently like the media houses. On the other hand, he appreciated the hard work and dedication of the members of Manipur Hawker Association who are delivering newspapers to their doorstep every day.
Miam the Manipur gi mapang kudimakta I pau yi thokba amadi miam gi mitna kongsingan ba sidia koi mapung phare haibase koi khanjai koi gi nungsijaraba koi gi association asigi Manipur Hawker Association gi thomi sing loina member sing se sengna makhui sidi mithana bidaba yamna su tonbo ina su upiba adubu tauri ba simpham sidadi ko hekta mi amana hekta sangaga hekta simpham che tobangam daba adumba por amane ba aina pamjabati aikoi gi pau gi sidi yamna mapung phare adubu awatpa isingi walagana PhD department ising sau leiba singina water resource aduga lambi thong phatriba sing sina akoi gi PWD loina education sector siu mayam se aikoi gi media da asumaina chawkhat padona makhoi sing sune magi department sing je PhD ju isingi water na hono biba aduga lambi thong ju PWD gi mathau phajan pangthok tan lambi thong je hek phana hono biba makhoi gi pai ba department sing se yamna will leina mathau phajan pangthok ning bagi apamba se koi personal moina ai thamjaningi.
A displaced person who was residing at the Sachiwa relief camp struggling to cope with poverty tragically took his own life. The deceased has been identified as Konsam Bhume, 46, son of Konsam Buddhi of Sadhu Yungkuman. It was reported that he left the relief camp at 6:30 p.m. last evening and was found hanging in a tree adjacent to the camp at around 8 a.m. this morning. An inmate of the relief camp who had also assisted in transporting the body of the deceased to Jennings morgue told media persons that Konsam Bhume and his wife used to work as laborers to provide for the family. However, after his health deteriorated, he stopped working. People at the relief camp believe that Konsam Bhume's struggle to overcome poverty became too much, resulting in his tragic death. They lamented that since the Manipur conflict broke out, many displaced persons have taken their own life and believe that a situation will get worse. They also shared that Konsam Bhume is survived by his wife, his disabled daughter and his son, who is being placed in a children's home, and sought attention of the authority concerned to help the distressed family.
Ngarangji khang hodana aigi senupa ichegi masama thauri yalaga leigidre si yam nungaitaba thodok amane karino haibada akhoi relief camp da leibse yamna wabagi sambisama phangbagi maram moidana akhoi sigumba isai tonda suicide tobje masa gi nungaitabagi maram moina leibagi leitabagi maru oina sigi maram dagi oina yamna wabana yumda changhan ngani haina ju haibiraga changhan buju changhan bitri da changhan re aduna yamna sigumba awabagi thodowa thokse thokre tungda thoi haibagi maram ju leite adu khogi juji leibiriba Manipur sarkar amadi pyar leibiriba jingna amutang khoi sajiwa relief camp amadi Manipur da leiriba relief camp khudimako amutang yengchen bio natraga khoi isa gi lamdamda hanjannaba thabak paikhat piwa haina khoi press ki media ki thongda ningsing jeri haina thamjere.
President of Joint Youth Development Committee Mayang Imphal Meitei Pangal Chesam Achauba has alleged that department officials and contractors have misused funds in the construction of a Bailey Bridge and said the committee will be submitting a formal complaint to the State Vigilance Department. Speaking further at a press meet held at the office of Bengun Youth Development Association, Achauba further said under the PMGSY scheme, construction of a Bailey Bridge over Imphal River commenced to connect Bengun Lokok in Mayang Imphal Assembly constituency with Haibong Makhongkhul in Wabagai Assembly constituency. He said engineers and contractors had earlier assured that the bridge would be completed by May 30 this year. However, the structure remains incomplete and certain portions have already begun to deteriorate. He continued that the reports from RTI filed by the committee revealed that while the sanctioned amount for the project was about 3.20 crore rupees, records indicate that more than 2.50 crore rupees have already been withdrawn. Such discrepancy, he said, raises serious suspicion that a portion of the funds may have been misused even before completion of the project. Representing the committee, he then urged the authority concerned to intervene immediately and ensure the timely completion of the bridge.
ꯊꯣꯡꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯂꯧꯊꯣꯛꯈ꯭ꯔꯤꯕ ꯄꯩꯁꯥꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯥꯡꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯚꯤꯖꯤꯂꯦꯟꯁꯇ ꯀꯦꯁ ꯑꯃ ꯔꯦꯖꯤꯁꯇꯔ ꯇꯧꯔꯒꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯁꯤꯇ ꯅꯠꯇꯅ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄ ꯊꯧꯕꯥꯜꯒꯤ ꯕ꯭ꯂꯣꯛ ꯑꯦꯔꯤꯌꯥꯗ ꯄꯥꯏꯕ ꯊꯕꯛꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯗ꯭ꯔꯣꯌꯤꯡꯗ ꯂꯩꯒꯗꯕ ꯅꯤꯌꯣꯝꯁꯤꯡ ꯂꯩꯔꯝꯗꯕꯤꯗ ꯄꯨꯔꯥ ꯐꯤꯅꯤꯁꯤꯡ ꯄꯤꯊꯣꯛꯑꯒ ꯄꯩꯁꯥꯒꯁꯤ ꯀꯝꯄ꯭ꯂꯤꯁꯟ ꯔꯤꯄꯣꯔꯠ ꯄꯤꯊꯣꯛꯈꯤꯕꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯤꯑꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯀꯔꯝꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯁꯪꯒꯥꯗ꯭ꯔꯤꯕ ꯊꯣꯡ ꯑꯃ ꯍꯌꯦꯜ ꯍꯪꯒꯨꯟꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯖ ꯊꯪꯅꯕ ꯁꯟꯊꯦꯟꯒ ꯐꯥꯎꯅꯕ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯖ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯀꯝꯄ꯭ꯂꯤꯁꯟ ꯔꯤꯄꯣꯔꯠ ꯀꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯄꯤꯔꯤꯅꯣ ꯄꯩꯁꯥ ꯂꯣꯏꯅ ꯀꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯄꯤꯊꯣꯛꯏꯅꯣ
Ethno Heritage Council, Hericon, in association with Blood Center Jenims, organized an awareness cum voluntary blood donation camp 2025 at Jenims. Around 30 volunteers donated blood during the camp. Speaking on the occasion, Secretary of Education and Research Cell Hericon, S. Devdatta, highlighted that as part of its calendar program and with the mission of promoting emotional integrity among the indigenous communities of Manipur, Ethno Heritage Council has been organizing blood donation camp at RIMS and Jenims.
Mamada aikoina akoigi pithokpasi mission prajasingi marakta akiba moina khanna mi tonganba aranba thajana bhai tare adubu aikoina masigi awareness si mamangdagi piduna lakhibasi akoigi piba matamda akoida mangjaba leite masina kanagumba singi thawai akoina kanba nguduribani si akoina pidraga su matha masamtno automatically adum mangi do bole sina akoina sumaina blood bank sing donate toroga akoigi mi gi pusi kanbagi thabasi akoina aware oina bidamakta akoina sinjabani.
Now we have the national and international news. In Uttar Pradesh, at least 9 people, including 2 women and 1 child, were killed and 45 others were injured in a road accident on National Highway 34 in Bulandshahr late last night. The incident occurred near Ghatal village when a container hit a tractor full of devotees. The devotees of Gogaji were going to Rajasthan's Gogamedi from UP's Kashganj. Bulandshahr SSP Dinesh Kumar said that the accident happened on National Highway 34 on the Aligarh border at around 2:15 a.m. Around 60 to 61 people were traveling in a tractor from Kashganj district to Rajasthan. A container coming from behind hit it at high speed, due to which the tractor overturned and a large number of people were injured. The injured have been admitted to the hospital in Khurja. The condition of 3 persons is critical. The truck that caused the accident is in police custody. Planes and tanks have pounded parts of Gaza City as Israel plans to seize the territory's largest urban area. Residents have spoken of uninterrupted explosions in the northern and eastern parts of the city. Israeli officials vowed to press ahead with the offensive on Gaza City. Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz said the IDF, Israel Defense Forces, is acting and will continue to act with full force to defeat Hamas, to secure the release of all the hostages, and to bring the war to an end under the conditions set by Israel. On Friday, Katz had said attack plans had been approved and warned that Gaza City would be razed unless Hamas agreed to Israel's terms to end the war, including the release of all hostages and Israel's permanent security control over the enclave. Earlier, the Israeli military in a statement said it had expanded its assault on the Jabalia area in the northern Gaza Strip by dismantling terrorist infrastructure above and below ground, eliminating militants and strengthening operational control in the area. It added that expanding combat into additional areas was aimed at preventing Hamas fighters from regrouping. Russia and Ukraine exchanged another 146 prisoners of war from each side yesterday after mediation by the United Arab Emirates, the Russian Defense Ministry said. All of the freed Russians were in Belarus receiving psychological and medical assistance. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky posted pictures of smiling returnees, saying most of them had been in captivity since 2022 when Russia invaded its smaller neighbor. He said a journalist taken prisoner a month after the invasion was among them. Zelensky thanked the United Arab Emirates for its role in overseeing the swap. The third round of peace talks between Russia and Ukraine was held in Istanbul on July 23. After the talks, Russian presidential aide Vladimir Medinsky said both sides had agreed to exchange at least 1,200 prisoners each. Before we close the headlines once again. Traditional values, culture, identity of community must be preserved to overcome external forces, says former UNLF chairman R.K. Meghan. Decline of identity and character will subsequently affect society, says former Chief Secretary Orna Bakishore. That's all for now. Thank you for joining us.